What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Run the North podcast. Today we are doing Mock Draft 2.0. We are out here again. PFS being stupid, so we decided we'll make our own mock draft simulator. So the Run the North mock draft simulator is going to launch in a week. Geek's taking care of the coding. We've already discussed this. He will be launching the website very, very soon. He'll be putting out the link in no less than a week, I'm sure. Anywho, yeah, today we're doing Mock Draft 2.0. We already did the first one. If you haven't listened to that, go ahead and give that a listen as well. But yeah, before we get right into the action, boys, how are we doing?
Not so great, since you just said I am apparently doing things now.
Yeah, you can code, right?
There is not a mock draft simulator coming anytime soon. That's a promise.
Go in here.
Yeah, I am not a team. I am one dude, and I have a lot of other responsibilities. I'm sorry.
Like what? Name one.
All right, Mr. College Boy who missed his 3 classes because he stayed up all night recording 1-minute videos. I don't want to hear it.
It's not what I did. I actually went to bed at a reasonable time. My body was just so worn down that it was like, we're going to sleep for 12 hours.
How do you sleep for that long? That's not even real. That's not possible.
I did, and it was rough. I hated it. I woke up feeling like dog, and I still don't feel fantastic. But fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball. There we go.
All right. Well, yeah.
I already forgot the order. Who goes first?
I literally texted it.
We are doing this thing. We are doing this thing in a snake draft model. I'm going first. Geek is going second. Miller is going third, and then we will snake back around just like any old snake draft would. So I think if nobody else has any other complaints for Lodge before we move on, I'll be on the clock with the Carolina Panthers.
I have a trade offer.
I'm not trading the number 1 overall pick. I've already
49ers offer all of their picks.
The 49ers aren't moving up. They have their guy. They're just stupid.
Throw in Trey Lance and you have a deal, my friend. No. Panthers.
All of our picks and Trey Lance.
I won't do it. I want Frank Reich. Frank Reich.
Are the Texans?
We want chaos.
See, no, do we want the stupid chaos the Panthers are trying to get and have the Texans move up for no fucking reason?
Guys, I am not trading the number 1 overall pick.
But
I've decided
Panthers
this long
want
before
to.
this recording started.
Fine.
Well, I don't.
Loser. No.
Also, we need to throw out there, this is not a predictive mock.
Oh,
why not?
We are not, because we're not trying to predict what's actually going to happen, because we don't
I will not be taking Deontay Banks.
People get mad.
By not picking what we think is going to happen, we're probably going to be closer than what actually happens. Or than what we think is going to happen.
This is a mock
draft. This is predictive.
Every
mock draft is predictive. It's what
I would do, or what we would do mock draft. We are the GMs in these situations.
Yes, we are the GMs.
We're making the picks.
Which is why the Panthers are not interested in trading the number 1 overall pick. They're not. Anywho,
Levis.
For the first overall pick, the Carolina Panthers will select Anthony Richardson, QB.
I'm not surprised.
I think this is the same pick we made in our last mock.
In every mock. It's always Anthony Richardson.
It was always
in 1.0. It was whoever traded up to 1 because we didn't have
Anthony
the Panthers.
Richardson went second overall to the Texans in the 1.0. Maybe you traded up to 1 with the Texans and took him. Anyway,
I traded
Anthony
up
Richardson
with
seems to be the Run the North consensus pick for number 1 overall, and I'm not changing that. So yeah, my pick is Anthony Richardson, which I believe puts you on the clock, Geek, with Houston.
Okay. So, I still don't know, man. Houston confuses me. We talked about it on the mock with the other guys. My brain is completely blanking. So.
Jab step.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The jab step guys. I could see the Texans going a defensive player here. I really could, especially with D'Amico Ryans there. Like, I don't know. Do you want to believe in Bryce Young? Are you willing to bet it all in the undersized guy who's going to be playing behind a terrible O-line? Going to get absolutely murdered? Do we want to put the little 180-pounder back there?
They draft Osiris Torrance at 12. They'll be fine.
Except they won't. There's still 3 other spots on that O-line that are a problem.
Or will they?
Yeah, no. At 12, they're probably going to do something goofy and take fucking BJ Ojolari for no fucking reason.
Hey, respect BJ.
I haven't watched BJ Ojolari.
I haven't either. I literally just scrolled until I couldn't scroll anymore on the, sim and picked the last guy. So
I should probably pull that up too.
So does this mean you're taking Will Anderson?
I'm contemplating. I don't know. I've been thinking about it all day, but I still haven't figured it out. Because to me, I don't know. If I'm the Texans, I know no matter what we do, we're going to suck next year. And you're going to have multiple first-round picks next year anyways because of the Browns. So, and it's probably going to be a pretty high pick again because the Browns is the Browns. So even if you aren't completely horrible, it's feasible you could move up because the Cardinals are going to be the worst team in football probably. They're a team that would be willing to trade out of that spot. I don't know. Yeah. Do you like Bryce Young more than you like the idea of Caleb Williams? I don't.
I also think one thing you would consider here is like Will Anderson Jr. is still like a pretty like high level generational defensive player.
Yeah, and, not like, generational.
If they were but he's still a high level defensive prospect. Whatever.
That he is, but he's not generational.
But is there anybody? Like, say they're putting themselves in a Jaguar situation if they take Bryce Young. Because then they'll have a high overall pick that would most likely be used on a defensive piece next year. Is there anybody in next year's class defensively? I don't have no idea. There may be. I have no idea who's on the level of Will Anderson. Maybe. I wouldn't know. But, point being...
Right? Like I could totally see, especially just D'Amico being their new head coach. Like, figure out the defense, build both trenches, and then go get your quarterback. Even if it's not Caleb, Drake May, Shadur Sanders, whoever the fuck else. I know there's a bunch of other quarterbacks next year. My brain is just blanking.
Yeah.
Sure. Like, I don't know. I think trying to build the roster before you get the QB is the smart choice when there is not a Trevor Lawrence on the board. Like, there is no generational QB. There's never a guy better. We can't even figure out who QB1 is in this class. Like, it's a good class, but there's no quarterback that it's, like, insane. It has to be this guy. So I'm going to go Will Anderson. Fuck it.
Okay, if I may play devil's advocate for a moment, I already know you made your pick, but just to put this out there, they're not necessarily playing themselves into a Jaguars situation because they're not locked into making... If they are in a position next year where they still get the number 1 overall pick, you can trade back for somebody that does want Drake May, Caleb Williams, whoever. Get yourself a haul and really have the ammunition next year to go crazy. This year, you lock in a quarterback, and that's the most important position on the field. Now, I get you don't have the offensive line to back him up, and maybe you're not quite as high on Bryce Young as I am. Right. A guy like Bryce Young, you can sit him for a year, let Davis Mills do whatever the hell it is Davis Mills does.
Okay, but at that point, why take the guy anyways?
Because you have a quarterback on your roster. You go into next offseason knowing you don't need to take a quarterback. You have your guy. I'm also apparently a little bit higher on Bryce Young than you seem to be because I think he is approaching being a generational talent. I know he's small, but I don't care. Everything is there. Everything except for he doesn't have the strongest arm in the world.
And he also, as much as people try to tell me he doesn't, dude struggles to throw over the middle. It's just like every other short quarterback. I don't know. I can't take a quarterback who can't utilize 33% of the field. Like
I don't know. I'm a Bryce Young truther.
I like Bryce Young. I still think he's QB1 in this class.
Yeah.
But 100% Caleb Williams. I don't know about Drake May or anybody else.
Right.
Caleb, I've watched a lot. I'm an OU fan. That he was my guy.
And that's another thing. Maybe that's my problem is I haven't watched Caleb yet, so I'm not basking in the greatness that is the second coming, right?
Right.
I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm not saying Caleb's actually going to suck. My point is, like, I genuinely haven't witnessed it, so I don't know. But I also don't love this mindset that a lot of fans seem to have with NFL teams where it's like, okay, we're going to take a guy now and go into next year knowing we're going to suck. I don't like that because very, 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 very few NFL teams actually do that in April. Very, very rarely do you see an NFL team make a pick and go, okay, we're going to suck next year, so let's just take a guy now and deal with it later.
Well, I mean, that's what, but like taking Bryce Young, you're still going to suck. Like, I don't care. Your roster's awful. So
my point is you're drafting right now banking that you're going to suck because who knows? Things can happen. Teams can play above where they're supposed to be. We see it all the time. And when you pass on the quarterback this year, you're basically going into next year saying, no matter what, we are going to suck. There is no potential for us to do anything. And me personally, I don't like the message that sends to your to your coaches. I don't like the message it sends to your players. I don't like the message it sends to your fans. It's just not me personally. Now, again, maybe that's just me, but I just don't like that mindset. I don't think Anderson's a terrible pick here by any means. I'm not trying to talk you out of the pick. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Personally, I would have went a different direction here.
I get the, take a quarterback because you're there. I get that mindset as well. But I don't know. We also see teams do that a lot. You need a QB, but you take the defensive guy instead because your roster sucks, and you don't want to put the QB in a horrible situation if you don't have to.
But like I said, at that point, you don't start Bryce. You start Davis Mills.
Right. But to me, I don't know. I find that stupid.
Right. I'm not saying
using
you're
a
wrong.
top 5 pick on a QB and then not playing him. Why the fuck did you pick him then? Pick Will Anderson, get a guy who can play, and then deal with it next year. Go be a defensive piece. Your defensive coach is getting, I don't know, arguably the best defensive player to come out in at least the last 2 if we project next year, because there's nobody going into next year that we think is this incredible player, right? Like, obviously somebody's going to come out and shock us. That's how it works. But, there is no Will Anderson. Everybody knew before this year started, like, he's that guy, and then he stayed that guy. Like, there isn't a defense guy, though. Yes, according to everyone else. We are the weirdos, Miller. I think you're missing this.
I don't care if I'm the weirdo. I'm sticking with it.
I agree.
I saw it with my own eyes.
But it's one of those things. We've seen so many teams do
like
this.
I said, I don't hate the pick. I'm not disagreeing with the pick. Right. I was just putting my 2 cents in.
I get it. No, I see both views. To me, defensive coach, build the defense first.
Right, and I don't disagree with that. My point was more I wanted to offer another viewpoint to the situation as to what I would have done there.
That's valid.
And it's the point of this. We need to discuss.
That's valid.
It's the beauty of football.
I get it.
Also, Will Anderson, stinky poopy, and thank you for taking him so I don't have to.
Yeah, because you're getting a phone call, though.
You know, because I wanted one.
You know the call, you know the offer. From. Yeah, the Vikings are calling, you know the offer.
What's the offer again? You gotta jog my memory because I know it roughly, but I need the specifics.
It's 3 7th rounders and Dalvin Cook's left arm.
Oh, that's why he did this. He just wanted to give the Vikings Bryce Young. Oh,
not at all.
Okay. I'm on board now.
Not at all.
Okay, I get it.
No.
Do your thing.
No, it's
Understood.
3 firsts and Daniil.
Okay.
Take it to Zadarius Smith. You got a deal.
Right. Okay. 3 firsts and Daniil. I want to look at the draft board real quick, not player-wise, because I'm very much trading down here. Arizona is like begging to trade down here.
They also just have 0 talent on their roster anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. If you stay at 3 in this situation, I think it's a grave mistake.
Ring.
Is my point. I'm trying to see who else can jump up. Oh, okay, good. I'll take another offer.
The Texans are going to trade back up. We'll give you 12. We'll give you Cleveland's first next year. We'll give you our first in 2024. And you can maybe also have Nico Collins if you'd like.
Why are you giving him a trash player?
Nico has to be a part of it.
Oh,
Nico
God.
has to be a part of it.
We're
I
going
agree.
crazy mock draft. Nico Collins can get traded. Yes, sir. Robert Woods wide receiver 1 season.
Nico Collins wide receiver 1.
You just took an absolutely worst deal. I like it.
So, with
sounds like the Cardinals getting fleeced because they're stupid. They got the opportunity to get a real.
Are you accepting this trade?
Yes, accepted.
Okay. So with the 3rd overall pick, the Houston Texans will take Bryce Young, and they will get both Bryce Young and Will Anderson. Debate over. They got them both.
Hold on. Debate over. Wait, so what was the package? It was a pick 12.
It was 12, Cleveland's first next year, and our first the year after. And
okay.
For funsies, Nico Collins.
For funsies, Nico Collins. Well, I want to make sure I document this. So
Miller, you're also on the board with the Colts.
I know. I know.
And here, Miller's going to have the Colts take my quarterback because he's a cunt. He's going to take a worse deal and then take my quarterback because he's a piece of garbage.
Am I?
Goddamn Bears fan. I mean, the Vikings are calling you too, but they're not offering the Colts as much because fuck the Colts.
Also need Danielle Hunter.
Right? It's going to be just 3 firsts to the Colts. Fuck you.
Okay, then we're going to turn it down and we're just going to take our quarterback here. We're going to take Will Stroud, CJ Stroud.
Yep.
CJ Stroud to the Colts. I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. I'm hoping the big hope here. I know Geek is fuming. I'm so sorry. This was not the plan.
Because Miller takes a worse deal because he's a douche. He literally did it just to piss me off.
No, I didn't do it. I did it because it was more chaotic. That's all it is.
Stupid.
Is the chaos. It's chaotic. I live for the chaos. Okay, Geek, I promise you this was not to spite you.
No, the rest of this draft is going to be awful.
You know what? I changed my mind.
Nope. The Vikings rescinded their offer. We're not moving up. Fuck you.
No, we're not taking the Vikings pick.
Good.
Lamar Jackson is an Indianapolis Colt.
No, he's a Viking.
Ravens are on the clock. Now, he's a Colt. We are giving up pick 4 and first next year and paying Lamar Jackson whatever the fuck he wants. So now the Baltimore Ravens are on the clock at 4. And they're going to take CJ Stroud.
Either way, it's Stroud. Okay.
Yeah, Stroud at 4.
This is insanity.
I'm sorry, Geek. Like I said, I promise this was not the plan. Was to fuck you over. I just got chaos.
There's still one guy.
Nope.
He's still there.
Well, if, like I said, if he falls out of the top 10, maybe you consider it. You do not move that much to go get Will Levis. Is Will Levis better than Hendon Hooker?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
He is younger. He has a better arm. He's better with pocket movement. He's not a statue like Hendon Hooker is. He also did
not coming off a torn ACL.
Yep. So yes.
No, he's just coming off a huge regression season. He got worse in every way.
Because he didn't have any weapons in his offensive coordinator.
No weapons. Offensive coordinator got fired. Plays in the SEC.
Dude had everything stacked against him. Literally everything stacked against him. And he still looked fine. He didn't look bad.
Same argument that you make for Quentin Johnson being okay after getting beat by Georgia.
I just don't like Levis. He just feels bad.
I don't like him as much as the other guys.
I like
no way I would put a Hooker over him.
I'm becoming a Levis enjoyer primarily because I hate this Zach Wilson narrative.
The Zach Wilson narrative is stupid.
Will
Levis and Zach Wilson have nothing in common other than they're white people. Who
wore
blue and white.
Pro days and both wear blue
BYU compared to Kentucky, the SEC compared to wherever BYU plays. I don't even know what conference they're in.
Are they in a conference?
That's the first. They're in some kind of conference. I think they're in like.
Or are they like Notre Dame where they're not?
I think they're in like the Mountain West. I think that's what it's called or something.
Wyoming's in the Mountain West. That doesn't sound right.
Brigham Young's in Utah, so those are kind of in relation to each other.
I hate PFF. Why do they have Will Levis above CJ Stroud? That's too far.
They have Levis above Richardson, too.
Richardson's actually QB4 on their board. But yes.
Crazy.
So Stroud.
Okay, so Seattle's here at 5.
That's Geek.
That's the next pick. But yeah, Stroud is a Raven. Lamar's a Colt.
I was right with
Quarterback's going Brazy.
Geek.
I don't know. Since we're just being ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
What's something really stupid?
Not being ridiculous with the people we're picking.
No.
Being with the trade offers.
We're just going for chaos, so what's the most chaotic, stupid thing we can do here? I don't know.
I really thought you were gonna go a different route.
I'm making my picks the same I would have.
Because you can do something to fuck me over since I just fucked you over.
I'm definitely thinking about that, but that feels too accurate to what could happen. I don't know. Part of me wants to take Kalijah Cansey here just as a fuck you. Because I always have Seattle taking a defensive tackle. So
I wouldn't hate it.
Him
I
over
fucking
Carter.
love Cansey. Cansey at 5.
Kalijah Cansey's great. I just don't know if he's going that high. I love Cansey.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to
mostly it's the chaos of him going above Carter.
Right, if we want to twist this crazy narrative that like NFL GMs really do not like Jalen Carter because of the off the field stuff, and Cansey being the first D tackle off the board, chaotic,
right?
But not impossible.
Right?
There's a non-zero chance it happens.
There's a non-zero
especially
chance.
because Seattle now is trying to push this we actually care about character now thing where they're like really, really trying. So maybe this is just their way of like really putting it out there.
Right.
I don't either, but I hear about it from Seahawks fans a lot now. And people talking about the Seahawks a lot, so this is your big fuck you in that situation where you're like, you know what?
But also, see, I don't know. I've argued so hard all offseason against them going edge because of Nwosu and Boye Mafa. But I mean, Tyree Wilson's really good. But see, I'm not an asshole just to be an asshole, so I'm going to take Kalijah Cansey. I love it. Especially, think of who Kalijah Cansey gets compared to because, you know, every measurable is almost exactly the same. I could totally see the Seahawks going, you guys terrorized us with Aaron Donald forever. It's our turn, motherfucker.
I love it. I'm
going Cansey.
I actually don't hate that at all.
Yeah, it's a good pick. Like Cansey's gonna be a fucking hooper in the NFL. I don't care that he's a little small. Like his get off and his intelligence in terms of understanding leverage and how to attack offensive linemen, awesome. And I'm also very, very partial to Cansey because I love my comp for Cansey. I'm so proud of it.
God, PFF is stupid. How's the Lions' biggest need wide receiver?
Yet?
I definitely have, but I do not remember off the top of my head.
I don't either.
It was Empoleon from Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're both built very similar. They're both blue and yellow. And then, like, if you look at Empoleon's stats, its attack isn't the highest, which relates to Cansey's very small power profile. But its defense and its speed are both high, which is Cansey because he's a good defender that's quick.
Fair enough.
I went big brain on that one.
Why does PFF think the Lions' biggest need is wide receiver, though? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
I lost Chark, so they're like, whatever.
Yeah, but Chark did fucking nothing. He was wide receiver 4 before Jameson got into the game. Like,
fair enough.
Sorry, that's just stupid.
I have 2 picks in a row here. I have them both locked in my head pretty much. The Lions, now that he's fallen, will go Jalen Carter.
He didn't even fall.
Yeah.
His average draft position is 7, which is funny. He does feel like a Raider. Criminal. And, Raider.
Nice.
Fortunately.
Jalen Carter. Criminal.
Jalen Carter is the best interior lineman in this class. I do love me some Kalijah Cansey, but he's not as good as Jalen Carter, let's be honest. It's just that Seattle may definitely do exactly what Geek and Miller talked about them doing. And I think if Jalen Carter is there, I think they have some guys at edge that they're willing to keep around with Aiden Hutchinson and Zach Pascal. I think his first name's Zach. I could be completely making that up.
Josh Pascal.
Josh Pascal. Zach Pascal
Zach
is
Pascal's
somebody.
the receiver.
He's a receiver, yeah. Josh Pascal, James Houston. I think they have guys there, but I don't know. Like, I think their best interior defensive lineman is Lynn McNeil right now, and that has to change. So, Jalen Carter, you are a Detroit Lion. Then
Valid.
at 7, the Raiders are going with a corner. They need a corner. I'll be taking Will Levis, unfortunately. They are going with Christian Gonzalez. He's the best corner in the class. And he's awesome. And will be wearing number 0 in the NFL.
I still want to yell about it. I still think Deontay Banks and Devon Witherspoon are better picks for the Raiders. Just going off of realism, not like you're right. Gonzalez should be the first corner off the board. But it's either going to be Banks.
We would be draft.
Right. No, I know. But it's Banks because of the speed, or it's Devon Witherspoon because of the fuck you attitude. It just feels like a Raider. Like, that's what he does. He just pops people. That's like what he does. So,
that was the case. J.L. Skinner would be a Raider.
He probably is. Just wait.
Yeah. See, ironically, I was watching a mock draft that Brett Coleman, EJ Snyder did on someone else's YouTube channel. I can't remember. And Brett mentioned that the people he's spoken to say the Raiders really, 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 really like Devon Witherspoon. So,
nice. Well, I can see them taking either of those two.
And they're also apparently a lot higher on Jimmy Garoppolo than we all seem to be.
No, I've told you guys, Jimmy's their quarterback. They can't take another one. He's bad, but like, whatever. I still don't understand downgrading on purpose, but whatever. He's just a worse version of Carr, who like Devontae Adams doesn't love. So I don't understand that move at all. Like Jimmy G on a 1-year deal and then a rookie quarterback, I'd get, but This is atrocious. Oh, am I on the clock with the Falcons?
Yes.
You are on the clock with the Falcons.
See, now here's where you fuck over Miller.
Probably.
Right? I'm not trying to actually be a dick. Like, I Tyree feels like he'd go here. I'm trying to think of the Falcons team because I can't go based off their needs. Because the Falcons have already decided.
Genuinely speaking, Tyree Wilson is the right pick here.
Right. I'm just trying to think
of the pick I
of
want you to
spot.
make so I can get chaotic at 9.
All right, deal. Tyree Wilson. We all know the deal. Miller has talked about Tyree Wilson enough. He's the best edge rusher in this class, and Miller is now mad because he's not a Bear. But Ryan
Poles quote about length and whatever.
Yeah, Ryan Poles basically saying Tyree Wilson is the only player in this draft class I like. If we don't get him, I'm gonna kill myself and burn the building to the ground. That's basically what Poles said. So Soldier Field is now on fire.
I came across a TikTok the other day. It was a mock draft. I'm not going to say who made it because I don't want to like air anybody, and I also don't remember. But some random guy popped up on my For You page, had a mock draft. Didn't have Tyree Wilson go in the first round. And then I commented. He said Tyree Wilson's a project pick and not worth a first round pick. Same guy also had the Panthers take Anthony Richardson at 1. And Lucas Van Ness went in the top 15. And Miles Murphy was a top 7 pick.
See, why'd you call out the Anthony Richardson pick to
because
make
he said he didn't
sound dumb?
He said no. He said he didn't like project players. Is my point.
Then he took Richardson at 1.
My bad. I wasn't. Yeah. Okay.
No, Anthony Richardson at 1 is a correct pick because he's a project, but the upside is so high that it's like fuck it. Why not? You know.
And there are very few spots other than the Panthers that are like a better situation for a project.
Exactly.
Like,
but also, I just want to put it out there. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was
Do
gonna
your
say,
thing
like,
and I'll say my piece.
Like, the other teams that would be good for a project like him, like, I don't think the Colts would be. I don't think the Texans would be that great because you either need great coaching or a guy he can sit behind. So, like, you have Reich and Andy Dalton, so, like, Carolina, he could sit, but also great coaching. But like Richardson, Seattle, Detroit, Minnesota. Those are the best places other than Carolina for Richardson to go.
Yeah.
Based off of the situation, just because he's a project. Like him in Houston, I would hate. Like actually, that would be not ideal for either side. Because you can't start Davis Mills over Anthony Richardson. You just can't. I'm sorry. Go.
Yeah, so Chicago at 9 now. Obviously, future Bear Tyree Wilson is already off the board. So we got to do something else. And while, there's plenty of offensive linemen out there, defensive line, specifically the edge class, is pretty deep. So it sounds to me like I'm getting a phone call. Ryan Poles is going to get to pull off his double... Fuck you, where's YouTube? Hold on.
What are we doing?
This isn't worth a bet.
Hold on.
Double, triple. Dude, you had so much time to prep this.
I did, but you guys wanted to be like, oh, I don't hear anything. So now we gotta sit through a 6-second ad.
Or, you could have just done the same thing me and Jake did and just said fucking ring, ring.
There's your ringtone. That's Ryan Poles' ringtone, okay?
Why is that Ryan Poles' ringtone?
I don't know. I looked up ringtone. That was the first thing that came up.
Such a shit ringtone. That would make sense if that was Poles then. Good
Who's
God.
on the phone, Miller?
Yeah, it's Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's on the phone. Oh. And they're going to be jumping all the way up to pick 9, 10 spots. Probably a trade similar to what the Bears gave the Giants for Justin Fields back in 2021, where they traded up from 20 to 11. Relatively similar. So you're looking at a first next year, a mid-round pick this year, and a mid-round pick next year. Ryan Poles is getting this double trade down that all the Bears fans were obsessed over. We wanted to trade down, they wanted to trade down the 2 and then trade back down the 9 or whatever. We're still doing it, but we're going to be dropping all the way to 19. And at 9, Tampa Bay is going to be getting their Tom Brady replacement, Mr. Will Levis. Going to be going 9th overall to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're getting a quarterback. Kyle Trask never has to see the field. And hopefully, even though Tampa Bay's offensive line is pretty shitty and their weapons weren't great last year, Will Levis can cook.
I can't wait to post this mock draft where it shows Will Levis is a Bear and that Miller made that pick. I can't wait to post that.
Oh no, I forgot about this.
That's wonderful.
Make it better, unfortunately. Make it better.
Make it better.
Whatever.
Who's on the clock with the... Oh, Geek! Miller!
Yeah, I'm on the clock. But it's a good thing you said Geek, because I'm about to make him really happy, but also possibly really sad.
Let's go. You doing it?
Bijan Robinson is the Philadelphia Eagle.
I'm gonna be real with you right now. I was gonna take him at 30 if he fell. So
he wasn't falling that far. I promise.
I was gonna say we know damn well he wasn't falling. I want to put out there it's really, 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 really tempting to take Brian Branch here. Really, 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 really tempting. But Philadelphia Eagles are just in the Super Bowl. Their roster did not diminish as much as we probably all expected it to in free agency. They kept a lot of their pieces. So, you know what? We're just going to take a generational prospect, the guy that's number 2 on my big board, the second best player in this class, in my opinion, and that's Bijan Robinson. Perfect running back. And then you get Bijan versus Saquon twice a year.
Love it.
Imagine.
All right, Geek. The Titans.
Okay. So I already know I'm going O-line here. That's been the plan with the Titans forever. Because I don't know. There's no QBs on the board that make sense for the Titans. So if you're going to rock Malik Willis, you got to give him some protection. I know Tannehill's on the roster. You can... What's up?
I just want to point out, I thought I had the Buccaneers pick and I didn't. Jake does.
So Jake now gets to pick for the Bears.
Yeah, I
Miller fucked himself. Let's go.
I have the other Packers pick. You can pick the other Packers pick.
Oh, you want to just swap the rights to who's picking where?
Yeah, I was just I was just gonna have the Jets trade away 13 of the Packers anyway.
Well, then you get two
you can
Packers
do that,
picks.
but like you can still just swap.
You'll get to pick 13
for
and
19.
15.
You just swap the rights to the making the pick.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I pick at 13 and 15 both for the Packers, I'm a happy man.
Yeah, then there you go.
Cool, there you go. This all worked
solved.
out.
I fucked up, but we figured it out. Anyways, continue.
Either way.
The man who made the fucking order.
I know. I got
who was
overzealous.
giving me shit for not remembering it, the fucking asshole. God.
It
was all planned.
Miller with this much. No. Oh. We're going to take the actual best tackle in this class.
Oh, no.
It's Anton Harrison.
Matthew Bergeron out of Syracuse. Good job.
Anton Harrison at 11.
I couldn't think of his name, but that was the exact name I wanted to say, Jake.
Matthew Bergeron out of Syracuse. ADP of 57.4.
Oh. I don't think I've ever heard him. I don't think I've ever heard that dude's name ever.
Really?
No, I'm from Syracuse, so I have to.
No, I gotta go Anton Harrison. Personally, I think him and Osiris Torrance are the two best offensive linemen in this class. I think getting your tackles is going to be important for Tennessee. Taylor Lewan is now officially gone, so you need a true left tackle replacement. Anton Harrison is the best left tackle in this class, and I think Paris Johnson might have the higher ceiling, but like if we're talking right now, the best tackle in this class is Anton Harrison. So welcome to Tennessee.
So Miller, you're picking here because it's Cardinals.
Yeah, 12. At 12. Okay. What do I want to do with this pick? So, obviously, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I just looked at the board. The first name there, we're taking Devon Witherspoon.
Oh.
Cardinals secondary is filled with a bunch of nobodies. There's literally nobody there.
Respect Buda Baker,
I'm sorry, I meant cornerback room. I didn't mean secondary as a whole. I slipped up. Their cornerback room is filled with a bunch of nobodies because Byron Murphy left. Yeah. So we're going to take Devon Witherspoon, who is,
wonderful.
Some people best corner, second best corner. I think. I don't know. I haven't actually watched the corners. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know.
All right. Somebody give me the Packers. I want to trade Aaron Rodgers. I want to trade for Aaron Rodgers, and I will give you the first round pick.
Ring, I guess.
Is that you, Geek?
I don't know who the fuck is picking.
Miller. It's Miller.
Oh, Miller.
Yeah.
You gotta make the fake trade up call.
Go ahead. Give me the quarterback.
You can have. I mean, you're giving us the quarterback, but
you
can have the quarterback.
And we'll give you a pick 13 because we're nice. Anyway,
God damn it, we don't have another choice. The Colts signed Lamar. We're fucked. We have to do it. Give us Aaron.
Please.
Our only other option is Teddy Bridgewater, and that just feels kind of like we're stagnating because with Mike White, not Zach Wilson. I'm not doing that. But just kind of mid quarterbacks.
Yes, fair enough. So I have the Packers at 13. Do I? Yes, I do. What we decided?
Yes. You were picking here anyways because of the Jets, so you traded it away for Rodgers. So you're picking as the Packers.
Yes.
And then you're picking at 15 just because Miller's goofy.
Yes, as the Packers too.
Yes.
Okay, so at 13, the Packers are going to select Jackson Smith-Njigba, wide receiver out of Ohio State.
Poor guy.
Yeah, that's awful.
Welcome to Wisconsin, big guy. All right.
Poor kid.
I feel so bad for him. The only valid thing in Wisconsin is their football or their college football team.
Hey, don't forget about the cheese. There.
Their cheese is really good.
Their cheese is overrated. Really cheese is better elsewhere. If you eat cheese in Wisconsin, it's gross.
Okay, anyway, Geek 14. I can't listen to this man ramble anymore. 14, go for it.
See, now I was a dick. Actually, I can't. I've argued this before. I was going to say I was a dick to Miller. Do I take Brian Branch just to offend Jake? The Patriots, the only place that they don't need help is in their safety room. so that doesn't really work. I kind of want to. I'm trying to figure out what the Belichick pick is. Who is the weird guy who's like a 4th round projection that he's just gonna reach like a motherfucker on?
Ooh, okay. Let me think. Let me look at my offensive line draft board here.
Is he
Cody
taking
Much.
Jack Campbell?
Pretty much.
Just because Donta retired. I'm doing it.
So.
Fuck it.
Let's
I'm
go.
doing it.
Second coming of Brian Urlacher.
I just lost
New
his stupid
England.
picture. There he is. Jack Campbell, you are a Patriot. Because they have no linebackers, so go be a linebacker. You wanted chaos. A linebacker just went in the top 15.
I love it. I love it. Listen,
He
this
wouldn't
happened
be
in
the only
real
one in
life.
the
I'm
first
going
round.
crazy.
Oh.
If this happened in real life, I'm going freaking crazy. I love Jack Campbell.
Okay. So I'm picking for the Packers, and then we'll just go back into the order with Miller with Washington.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Packers will take. Oh, see, Geek, you were supposed to take Brian Branch, so my decision was easy. Now I have to pick between the two guys.
Wait, who's the other guy you're thinking of?
Kincaid.
Oh, see, the argument there is the Packers don't use tight ends anyways. So, like, what the fuck's the point? Also, your defense sucked. So did your offense, but, you know.
Take Luke Musgrave in the second. You're right. Brian Branch, welcome to the Packers. All right.
So bad for
Gross.
Brian Branch.
Washington time.
Okay, so the Commies are going to select a new owner. No.
Me!
God,
They
what
draft
do they
the Geek Slays
need?
at 16. New kicker.
I know what they need. They need offensive linemen.
They need a fullback.
Now, respect Alex Arma. Okay.
No.
First of all, he just got a 93 overall card in Madden. So
Need a corner. That's
That
need a
means
corner.
nothing to me. What
Do you
Madden
need a
thinks of
corner?
players means nothing to me.
I guess I really haven't thought about it too much. I just know their fans want a corner.
they do need a
I mean,
corner, but
outside of
but
Fuller, they have no one, so.
And St. Juice is their
Oh,
next
that's not
best guy.
true. Cam
yeah, respect
Dantzler.
Ben St. Jude's.
Respect
St.
Respect
Jude's.
Cam
They
Dantzler.
had a good year. Yeah, maybe they don't need a corner anymore. Maybe not the
I
first.
want to double check. I want to double check something real quick on their depth chart.
They have Sam Cosme. That's
They
about
will be
it.
taking BT Potter, a kicker out of Clemson.
Hunter Lepke at 16. Nah.
They will be
No.
taking
Jake Moody.
Joe Tipman, center out of
Hey, Joe
Wisconsin.
Tipman's a dog.
And Joe Tippmann
Honestly?
and they need a center.
But Joe Tipman wouldn't be my center once. That wouldn't be the pick we'd make here.
No, it would
They go
be
Olu.
Whippler.
No. I do
The
see
best
a need
center
at
is
center.
John Michael Schmitz. Come on now.
Yeah, I do see a need at center here.
They also have a need at guard.
Yeah, you know what? We're
And
just
at
gonna take
tackle.
Osiris Torrance.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go big. We're gonna take the best offensive lineman on the board, beef up that line for our future franchise quarterback Sam Howell.
Sir.
Valid.
Ooh, Geek gets to pick for Pittsburgh.
There's a correct pick here,
Where is
Okay, I
and
know.
I set you up for it.
The correct one is technically Joey Porter Jr., but also it's more
Yes.
fun to go something stupid.
This is where Deontay Banks goes. Yes.
No,
I see the
no,
vision.
I don't like
I
that vision.
see the vision.
I don't like
Yeah.
that vision. Put the vision away.
Too late.
Go
already,
getting an F on his ball carrier vision report.
No, I don't know. Skoronski or Johnson just feels funny,
You need a tackle.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
They need offensive line help in general, and Skron's going to be an elite guard. So
but they also need defensive help and quarterback help and
they could pick any
running
of like,
back
the top
help,
10 guys
and
remaining.
edge rusher help, and
They don't need help off the edge. They got TJ and Alex Highsmith. Alex
yeah.
Highsmith's
They don't
good.
need, they don't need help.
You know I hate the Steelers, but Alex Highsmith is a hooper.
Smith was a dog.
Oh, do I be an asshole about it? Do I take Brian Brzee? I kind of forgot his existence.
I got to get around to watching him because I've heard
Same.
very, 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 very mixed things
Right?
about him.
Right? I don't know. The Steelers
I actually
are
think
also
Say is a
team.
lot better than people say he is.
I haven't watched to say.
I haven't either. I'm just gonna go with the boring pick because former Steelers coach. It's Joey Porter Jr.
Good. You did the right thing.
I did. I just wanted to be goofy, but it just didn't feel right this time.
So, you're picking for the Bears at 19, Miller.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will be taking Lucas Van Ness.
Is that what you think?
At 18, that's what I would do. Anyway, I at 18 with the Lions am going to pick. Brian Brzee is on the board still.
Are you really going double interior D lineman for the Lions?
I forgot about that.
Never mind. I can see it and I don't hate it. I just, feel like
screw it. Welcome to the Detroit Lions, Colton Kincaid.
Okay.
It's that end. They don't have that end.
It's valid. TJ Hawkinson replacement.
The Chicago Bears, number 19. We've waited this long.
He's
for
taking
who?
Nolan Smith.
That would be sick.
That would be a way better pick than Van Ness.
Hold on, let me set my board up here.
Nolan Smith is edge 3, god damn it.
He is edge 3. I agree with that wholeheartedly. The only issue I have with that is Chicago running a 4-3 defense. Nolan Smith's going to be playing with his hand in the dirt every play.
That's true.
And I don't
really
know how I feel about that.
That's valid. He doesn't really fit that. That's valid.
Yeah, if we were still running our 3-4 we were running under Fangio and then Desai, pulling the trigger immediately and not looking back. But the 4-3 defense, I don't know, let's see here. What else is on the board?
Yeah, what else? I mean, the Bears basically need every other position still anyways.
We need a lot.
Even though every Bears fan on Twitter is trying to tell me they're a Super Bowl contender.
You've seen Bears fans call us contenders? Because I sure as fuck haven't.
Literally you. Constantly.
I said that in jest. Shut up.
Also, Bat Duck. He just
Grayson,
straight up does. He's trying to tell me the Bears have a better roster than the Vikings currently because he's on drugs. I love Grayson, but he's on drugs. I get being hyped over your team, but man.
Particularly if he's having this much trouble with his own pick, his own team.
I can. The only goal for the Bears was Tyree Wilson. Miller has already left the stream.
Sure, yeah.
No, I'm stuck between two picks. I'm literally stuck between two players, and I'm trying to figure out.
both. Well, what's the NFL going to do?
All right.
Put in 2 cards.
Run 2 names up to the podium.
Put in 2 cards.
Who's picking 20? Who's picking 20? I'll just trade for that pick.
Seattle.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that.
The answer is just no.
Fuck it.
I know who I'm picking. Because I don't think you have the balls to do it.
Do I want the guy I like more, or do I want the guy that's probably a better prospect?
The better player.
I would say don't let your heart overrun who's actually the better prospect.
Right?
Ooh. Okay. Here's the plan. We're taking Van Ness, and then we're going to double dip on edge and try to get an offensive tackle later because I like this tackle class.
Wait, how are you double dipping on edge?
But I mean, like in this scenario, if we were to do a 7-round mock, that would be the plan. Right.
If we were to do a 7-round,
right? Like if this was the actual draft, the point is the Bears are going to take edge twice here.
We're
going to start off with Lucas Van Ness.
PFF is douchey. And we can't do more than 2. We could do a 2-rounder though.
I wouldn't be opposed to that at some point.
I want to do a 2-rounder.
We'll see what the time is like by the time we get to pick 31.
We've also
That's
done a lot
true.
of fucking around in this one.
Yeah,
so
that's fine. Moving on. The Seahawks,
Yeah.
This is the simplest pick. They're taking Skoronski, and they're not looking back.
yeah,
And he is just
didn't
moving
figure
to
out line
guard
help.
immediately.
that was
Done.
my dilemma with
Oh,
Skoronski or Van
I would have
Ness.
taken Paris Johnson if I was the Bears.
Listen, okay, this is the way I look at Skoronski. You're either getting an all-pro at guard, a blue chip player, or you're getting a tackle that from day one is going to be pretty damn good and can end up being like a Pro Bowl caliber
That's
player.
the same thing you could say with Paris Johnson, only we've seen him play guard and actually be good at it. We're all projecting with Skoronski.
Right.
We've seen
No,
Paris
that's
Johnson be
fair.
great at tackle and at guard. Like,
I don't know, maybe
So why didn't you take him?
because
Right.
fuck you. Mostly because I totally forgot he was on the board still.
He is still there. Yes.
Look at this guy,
You
goofy.
have 2 picks in a row now, Miller.
Not even kidding.
Ravens,
Oh, I
Ravens,
am? Yeah.
Chargers, Ravens, Chargers.
Okay.
Chargers.
Don't do it.
No, actually,
Y'all,
you know, it's
y'all ready
Colts
to get
Chargers,
crazy?
I'm gonna
Y'all
get
ready to get crazy with
sad.
this
That's what I
Chargers pick?
know. I'm gonna get
Isn't
sad.
it the Colts? That's not the Colts.
It's the Chargers.
It's the Chargers.
I'm
at
saying
21.
at 22.
No,
that's
you don't.
still the
They just
Ravens.
lose their pick. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
the
don't
Colts
like
just don't
trade
have a
up.
pick.
They just lose it.
They got
the Ravens
Lamar.
get 2 firsts. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, never mind. Go. Go.
Yeah. Okay. So, funny story.
God damn it. Just
In this
fucking
world-
break my heart, okay?
In this world,
Hmm.
we traded away that old geezer in the backfield, Mr. Eckler. He don't.
No.
He's off somewhere
way.
else, dancing, doing whatever he does. So Mr. Jahmyr Gibbs is a Los Angeles Charger.
I
Pick
Why?
21.
like it, but I hate it.
Why?
Jahmyr Gibbs is a first-round talent. I don't care what
Why?
anybody says, and he
But-
will be better than Austin Eckler in the NFL.
But you could have taken like an actual need for this team. Oh my god, you can get a running back in round 7 that will
I don't
perform
care. I'm
just
taking
as well.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh
I don't care.
no.
Jahmyr Gibbs is
Hey,
going to be able to
I
play
mean,
wide
this is
receiver at
working
times
out
way
for me
better than
right now.
Eckler could. He's a
All right.
better Austin Eckler. That's what you're doing here. A better, cheaper, way younger Austin Eckler.
No, you
I
want
can actually
Austin
run
Eckler,
between the
go take
tackles.
Charbonnet.
Run it right back with the Colt, not the Colts.
With the Ravens. Okay. All right, this is where I take Tank Dell. No. I guess I'll just default to Quentin Johnston.
No!
They got to get some sort of
No,
receiver
he was right
here.
there. He was right there.
They got to get
Fuck.
receiver help. You get Stroud to Johnston. I would have loved JSN to fall here, but we'll take Johnston.
He was supposed to fall to 23. You
And
I'm
now,
sorry.
Dude,
Deontay
Miller is
Banks
literally
is
the biggest piece
ripe
of
for
shit
the
to ever
taking.
exist.
I'm gonna be
No.
honest. I didn't realize that the Vikings had the 23rd pick when I first said that because I was
God.
looking at my phone, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" As soon as you said something in my phone, I was like, "Oh
God.
shit!"
Deontay Banks is right for the taking.
No.
Here he is.
No, it's Nolan Smith. Duh.
Ew.
Done.
Oh, I feel
Done.
bad. I'm sorry, Nolan. I'm sorry. I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
mean to
You
let
get to go to a
there.
team where you actually have a chance to be good. Congrats.
Rest in
I'm
peace.
sorry. You have to go to such a lame
They
team.
used to live in Minneapolis.
You have to live in Minnesota, bro. I'm so sorry.
Dude, you're a fan of the Bears. I don't want to hear anything about where people have to live, dog. You
Hey,
ever
the
seen
suburbs of
Chicago?
are nice. The
Hold
suburbs
up.
of Chicago are
I can
nice.
say.
And also,
I have-
Packers
I-
fans
I-
don't get to say shit either. Green
Yeah,
Bay?
Wisconsin.
Really?
First of all, Green Bay is one of my favorite places I've
Dog.
ever visited. Green Bay is
wrong.
a
I don't-
good city.
Nobody wants
think
to
you're
live
right.
there. No,
I
I'm not
legitimately,
biased.
if I get the opportunity, I would live in Green Bay when I'm older, and I probably will.
That's
Wow, you're
ridiculous.
weird.
Second of all, I am the only one in this chat who has lived in Chicago, and it is a very nice city. I like it a lot. Anywho, the suburbs are very nice, as Miller pointed out. They are very nice.
And when we're in Arlington Heights, you won't be able to make that claim anyways.
True.
In 10 years when you're in Arlington Heights and, everything sucks. Yeah, I know.
I don't get why this corner isn't getting a lot more love. he's ranked lower than Emmanuel Forbes on PFF's draft boards.
Wait, who's ranked lower than Emmanuel Forbes?
With the 24th overall pick, Jacksonville Jaguars are going to select James Smith.
Yeah, fair.
Welcome to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Good sir. And now here's where things get a little crazy.
Now, this is the first time things are getting crazy in this mock.
Yeah, they haven't gotten crazy at all before this.
Everybody's saying there won't even be one linebacker taken in round 1. No, you're wrong. There won't be one. There will be 2. Because the New York Giants are going to select with the 25th overall pick, Ian Henley. Welcome to the New York Giants. Because he's a linebacker and they need a linebacker.
Do they?
You mean Bobby Okereke?
I haven't picked it yet. Oh, I was thinking Dan Henley, but now you guys are.
They literally already have a line. They literally already got a linebacker.
Bobby Okereke is awesome.
Fine.
And their O-line sucks. Their D-line kind of sucks. Their secondary sucks. Their receivers suck. Their quarterback sucks.
Shut up.
Tanner McKee.
Miller, what kind of grade did you say you had on JL Skinner?
On Skinner? Late first, early second.
I feel like we're in the late first. Welcome to the Giants jail.
God damn it. I wanted him to be a Bengal.
Let's go.
I'm glad he went in the first round, though. That makes me happy. It makes me smile.
I actually don't hate that at all. I just forgot about him. Who's picking for...
That would be me.
Yes,
I got the Cowboys.
So Bijan and Jameer are both off the board.
Jerry Jones
for Dallas.
Jerry Jones is pounding the desk.
My brain don't work. Did the Cowboys re-sign Terrence?
No, he's still in the open market, if I'm not mistaken.
Who?
Terrence Steele.
Thank you. All I could think of was Smith, and that wasn't right.
Terrence Steele, yeah. I think he's still on the open market. I could be wrong.
I'm going to double check that. Because
he could have low-key signed him an offer sheet or some shit.
Right?
But I'm pretty sure he's out there with a restricted tag.
They're
Terrence Steele.
Right tackle?
Yeah, right tackle.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. There's no... I mean, he had a second-round tender placed on him, but he doesn't have a deal as far as I know. But I don't know, because it doesn't seem like anybody wants him either. So, I don't know. That pick no longer seems as fun.
Yeah, go a different route. Get crazy. Give him a third receiver.
No, you want... It would be a fourth, you fuck. Do not disrespect Michael Gallup like that. Flowers and Downs and Addison are not better than fucking Michael Gallup. Stop it.
Oh, no.
Like Charbonnet?
No.
Roshan Johnson?
No.
Better Zeke?
No, we want to get crazy. Let's get crazy.
Oh, no.
We had secondary issues last year. Deontay Banks, you are a Dallas Cowboy.
Okay. That's not even that bad of a pick. Yeah,
it's a little crazy. Yeah, taking another corner with how much Cowboys fans seem to love fucking what's his name, Landry, the current third corner. It's a little ridiculous, but their secondary sucked so hard last year that here you go. You don't have an excuse now. You've just stacked it.
All right. I think I have Buffalo, right?
You have Buffalo and Cincinnati. And then Geek has the Saints, and I cap it off with the last two.
Maybe.
All right.
Somebody may be calling you, Jake.
And I will not be answering.
Buffalo's getting a call.
Good. So Jake's just a cunt as well, so I'm just going to be a dick about it.
Yeah, cool. So Buffalo's getting a call, and they're going to trade out of the first round. Chicago is trading their asses up to the 27th overall pick. Okay. Paris Johnson Jr. is still sitting there at 27.
Nah, you didn't want him, so move on. You wanted Skoronski, so you don't get Paris.
No, Paris Johnson Jr. So Buffalo is trading back. They're going to get whatever the highest second Chicago has this year is, and a second next year, and whatever other mid-round pick we got from the Tampa trade. I'm going to say a third-round pick next year. Those 3 picks are going to have Buffalo move down, and Chicago's going to jump up to 27 and take Paris Johnson Jr. They get their right tackle play alongside Tevin Jenkins, set up the Bears' offensive line very nicely, and Poles is walking out of this draft with a massive upgrade at tackle and a pretty sizable upgrade at edge as well, only in the first round with more picks to come.
Okay.
You're also on the clock.
I'm going to be honest. If Jack Campbell would have fallen this far, that was my pick here. But since he didn't, I decided to go crazy.
Valid.
I have the next pick.
Yeah,
I forgot.
We literally just told you that.
Sorry, that's my bad. Okay, so the Bengals. What do we want to do with Cincy?
I know what I would do.
I don't know what I would do, because Skinner would have been a great pick here, but somebody had to go and take him. I don't know. I don't know too much about these other safeties on the board, so we're going to skip around that. Could use corner help, I believe. Didn't they lose Eli Apple? I think it's a little early to be taking any of these corners.
Michael Mayer's still there. They lost Hayden Hurst.
They just
You're right. Hayden Hurst did leave.
They just
You're
added
right.
Irv Smith. Like they just paid a guy.
Then.
Oh,
Never mind then.
Sorry. Irv Smith.
So
They have-
skip
they have
out on
they
a
have
bigger
good tight
need
end now.
because they just. We made the same argument with fucking Hayden Hurst last year. The Bengals made their decision.
Okay, so what's this bigger need you're talking about? Because I genuinely can't think of the Bengals roster off the top of my head.
Okay.
What am I missing here?
Well, I mean, running back would be huge because fucking
Right, but
Perine's gone
Zach
and Mixon.
Charbonnet.
No,
we are not taking Zach Charbonnet
we don't
in the
have
first
to.
round.
We don't have to.
Dwayne McBride is basically just college somebody Pirine. So
Oh, I could do something gross here. Hold on, Geek. Tell me what else they need, because I've got something gross cooking up.
Okay,
Guys,
I'm working through
D-line
it.
is in need. Brian Brucey is here. Just do it.
D-line's a
Brian
bit of a
Mercedes-
need.
Yeah.
Edge,
Brian Brucey is
kinda.
Yeah.
Linebacker.
Here.
Literally
Rick
any
Carter is
defensive back.
Yeah, we're just gonna take Brian Brucey here. Oh no.
You fucking ass.
Better idea.
Say it.
We're gonna kick Lyle Collins into guard. We're gonna take the other Ohio State offensive tackle.
That still
Take
doesn't
Juwan
work.
Jones. What do you
Welcome.
mean it doesn't work?
Orlando Brown?
Orlando Brown's playing left tackle for them, and they're trying to trade Jonah Williams.
Is that already announced?
Yeah, that's why Jonah Williams requested a
That's
trade.
why Jonah Williams is trying to get out.
Because,
Yeah.
I don't know. That confused me in the moment because they have an out where they owe Lyle Collins no money. So, like, why wouldn't you just cut Lyle, keep Jonah, move Orlando to right?
Yeah, no, but Jonah Williams requested a trade.
Yeah, Jonah Williams wants out. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say
Because it's not like you don't request a trade off a good football team where you're going to be successful unless somebody's taking your job. Or you hate the front office,
I
which
don't
is
know.
probably because they're trying to take his
job. With the way NFL reports have been this offseason, I don't know if I buy it. Nobody reported that Lamar asked for a trade, but, over a month ago.
I don't think Lamar.
Well, at that point, you're getting into speculation. And
This
we're not
whole,
gonna speculate.
all
We're
of
gonna-
it is speculation. Everything Rappaport, Schefter, any of those fuckers have ever said, it's all speculation. They have sources. Nobody knows what the
I'm
fuck
sticking
they
with
are.
Juwan Jones.
Fair enough. I'm just saying.
This is
it's all speculation.
Yeah.
Geek, just remember, you do have the ability to trade up with yourself.
I'm gonna, because I know you're gonna be an asshole about it. So I'm gonna be stupid.
I already lost one of my picks.
It kind of sucks because I thought Miles Murphy was a perfect fit for the Saints.
Yeah, no, but fuck them. No, the Saints like to be old and expensive.
That's true, they do. But I was just saying Miles Murphy's like the next Marcus Davenport.
So the Vikings are calling him up.
Good. They're gonna take Miles Murphy. Let's go. Let's go.
Vikings already took their edge, you moron.
We're taking another one because Marcus Davenport.
No,
and
we're being
Smith are
even
both off the
stupider.
team.
We're being even stupider. It's gonna be great. We're giving Zadarius Smith and pick 87 to move back up and take Hendon Hooker.
Okay.
Give me the 5th-year option.
He's 30.
Yes, Jake. Quarterbacks are ages. That happens. What do you want? I know what Jake wants. Don't take a quarterback. Let Kirk walk. Run in 2 years from now with Nick fucking Mullins. I know what Jake wants because he's an asshole. Fuck that guy.
No.
He knows the Packers have no quarterback of the future, so he wants the Vikings not to have one.
The 5th-year option has no meaning for Hendon Hooker because he'll be 30 and not good.
What?
That's my opinion on Hendon Hooker. He's not going to be good, and he'll also be 30.
Homie loves Will Levis, hates Hendon Hooker. Okay.
Will Levis is better.
Will Levis is so much better than him, so yes, I do.
What's next? You gonna say Tanner McKee's better? DTR? Yeah, no.
Jaron Hall.
Jaron Hall is better than Hendon Hooker, that's for sure. Am I right, guys?
No.
Anywho, the Eagles. Brian Breesy. Falling out of the first round. The Chiefs. How do you guys feel about the Chiefs' edges right now?
They could use another one. They cut what's his name?
Yeah, the plan was going to be to give them Zadarius, but you said no, so.
Yeah.
My 2 guys are Broderick Jones and other guy who I just said.
Miles Murphy.
They don't need a tackle.
Just also Leonard Brown Jr.
And they signed Jawan Taylor.
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
They're going to take Michael Mitten. Miles Murphy, welcome to the Kansas City Chiefs, and that'll...
No, the Chiefs drafted a bust.
Nah, because he ended up on the Chiefs, he's going to magically be good.
Happens, I will never recover.
This is the worst mock draft I've ever seen. It's probably exactly how it's going to go.
Get your draft graded, so now when we do PFF mocks for our own teams, which we won't even do because we can't do 7 rounds, it won't even show us the grades for our picks anymore. This is so bogus. I hate this. Anywho,
dude, PFF, I don't even have a problem with you putting stuff behind a paywall. I've got a lot of stuff behind paywalls. Literally every article I've written is behind a paywall. I don't have a problem with paywalls in general. The issue is you can't give something to people for free for years and then a month before the draft be like, no, now you have to pay us money and you don't get to use this tool and fuck you. Because, yeah, the tool itself is great, but also your big board is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I'm sorry, PFF. You don't deserve people's money. You built a cool tool. You should have put it behind a paywall when you first released it. This is the dumbest shit. Please, if you're listening to this, do not give PFF money for their mock draft simulator. There are other ones. Find one. I don't know which one's going to be as good. I'm sure somebody's working on one. But don't give PFF money. Fuck PFF. This is atrocious.
Yes.
For real.
Sorry. I needed to rant.
So, does someone want to run through our picks real quick just to jog everybody's memory?
I got you. All right. So that, again, concludes Mock Draft 2.0 by the Run the North podcast. Running through what happened. Okay.
I hate all of it. Every bit of it.
I love
Burn
it.
What happened.
It's
with the first overall pick, the Panthers took Anthony Richardson, quarterback, Florida. I might not say positions. With the second overall pick, the Texans took Will Anderson Jr. The Texans then traded up to get Bryce Young as well because it was the better deal.
Busted both of his knees.
And then the Ravens traded Lamar to the Colts for the fourth overall pick and took C.J. Stroud. Seahawks gave us our first little wild pick in Kalijah Kancey.
This is the worst class of all time. Not a single good player got drafted.
Respect Hunter Lepke.
He didn't get drafted. Jesus Christ.
I didn't hear they get drafted.
Good God.
The Lions then took Jalen Carter.
That's the only thing this mock is missing.
Raiders took Christian Gonzalez. The Falcons took Tyree Wilson. The Bears took Will.
The Buccaneers took
Will Levis and traded up to the 9th overall pick. The Eagles took Bijan Robinson at the 10th overall pick. The Titans at the 11th overall pick took Anton Harrison, the actual best tackle in this class. The Arizona Cardinals took Devon Witherspoon with the 12th overall pick that they got from the Texans in the trade up to 3. Then at 13, the Green Bay Packers took Jackson Smith and Jigba. At 14, Bill Belichick decided he wanted Jack Campbell and took him. At 15, the Packers took Brian Branch, safety out of Alabama. At 16, Osiris Torrance went off the board to the Washington Commanders. 17, Joey Porter Jr. stays in Pittsburgh like his father. And going to the Steelers, Dalton Kincaid finds his way to Detroit somehow as they get their tight end of the future, hopefully. Lucas Van Ness lands in Chicago, as we all knew he would, and he will be Chicago Bear. Peter Skoronski goes to Seattle Seahawks at 20. At 21, Jahmyr Gibbs goes to the Los Angeles Chargers somehow, some way. The Baltimore Ravens at 22, the pick that they retained, take Quentin Johnston, wide receiver at TCU. At 23, the Vikings took Tanner McKee, quarterback. Took Nolan Smith,
Nolan Smith, quarterback out of Georgia.
Better than Kurt.
Sick. He's still the second fastest QB in the class. I love it. He'd be the fastest QB in the class. Love it.
Keeping it in the Smiths. Cam Smith goes to the Jaguars at 24. At 25, the Giants get their safety of the future in J.L. Skinner. Deontay Banks finally goes off the board after not going to the Las Vegas Raiders at 26 to the Dallas Cowboys. Paris Johnson Jr. finds his way on Chicago somehow, some way, all the way down there. The Ohio State tackles go back-to-back as the Bengals take DeJuan Jones as their tackle of the future. Then the Vikings trade up to 29 to get the fifth-year option for 30-year-old Hendon Hooker. Brian Bresee goes to the Eagles, gives him some interior defensive line help. And then finally, Myles Murphy is the final pick of our first round mock draft. And that is Mock Draft 2.0 from the Run the North podcast.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Beautiful.
awful, just so you know.
He posted it. Oh, he posted it.
Just a part of something.
Not even
Miller will get the notification in a second.
Oh my god, you prick.
Yeah, fuck both of you. That's all I gotta say. So, it's fine.
Oh, what
you get what you deserve.
Off the episode.
Yeah.
I'm
so unhappy with this whole thing. Jesus Christ. I know it's NFL rumors, so I hate it, but Saints head coach Dennis Allen said Michael Thomas's toe is still not 100%. Dude. Retire. If your toe cannot heal in 6 months, stop playing football. You're done. There is nothing left for you.
The final reveal on this episode, the final big surprise, they were fake glasses the whole time. You've been lied to. All right.
You've been lied to.
Anybody else have any closing thoughts after?
I'm not real, so that's my closing thought.
Geek's not real. Miller's wearing the aviators, and we are the Run the North podcast. We want to thank you so much for listening to this and listening to us take what might be the absolute what.
It only took us an hour and 13 minutes to do that mock. Sorry. I'm used to needing a time check.
Admiring our.
I just looked over.
We got another hour. Let's go. Second round mock. Pittsburgh's on the clock.
Let's go. This is going to be.
We do a full 7-round mock, which at our current pace would put us at 7 hours.
7 hours.
Our 7-hour episode. So when we do 7 rounds, we're picking guys that we haven't even heard of.
So we're going live 7 hours before the draft. We're going to do a full 7-round mock before the draft, and then the minute Mr. Irrelevant gets picked, Roger Goodell's going to walk on stage and say the 2023 NFL Draft is officially open. It's going to be magical timing, and it's going to be great.
Speaking of which, Geek brings up a good point because we actually will be live during the NFL draft, or at least night 1 of the NFL draft. We will be live for round 1, live from Kansas City, mind you. I'm just kidding. We won't actually be doing that. Geek almost did. Geek almost bought a plane ticket to Kansas City to go without us, but he was this close. But we will be live for draft night, so be sure to check us out. And the only way to do that is to subscribe to us on YouTube, so you might as well do that on your way over there. You can go over to our Twitter, @RunTheNorthPod, TikTok, same thing, Instagram, the same thing. If you don't follow us there, then are you really a real fan? Ask yourself that question. Look in the mirror and say, am I a real fan of Run the North podcast? The answer is probably no, but hopefully it soon will be yes. So here we are. That's all I got. One of these two bozos is going to try and sneak in the last word, but thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.